Hey, my name is Jacob Easton, and I had to research how online learning affects individuals. My overall assessment of the topic. So I use these three criteria. Is it researchable? Is it worthwhile? And is it interesting? So what makes it researchable? There's a lot of articles and studies on the topic of learning online and the impacts it brings to students, parents, and educators. And those are the three main groups of people I focused on. The information is also available on a wide variety of online libraries, like, for example, WCU's Search It. And then all the stuff I used was highly qualified and peer reviewed. There's also a good number of subtopics to choose from. And since we are still currently living uh, with online learning, there's information coming out uh, on the topic every day. So, what makes it worthwhile? People need to hear whether online learning is good for you, bad for you, or even sustainable. There's a lot of countries with studies done on a large number of participants, which would be students, and or the other two groups, parents or teachers, and research in different countries around the world. Learning is the foundation of not only our nation's future, but the future of the world. And my generation will be the next generation of engineers, doctors, politicians, or all the people that make a functioning society. So, what makes this topic interesting to me? Well, online learning affects me personally. It also affects my peers or my friends and my parents and my professors as well. It always comes up in conversations, just day to day conversations. And I'd like to be able to know what's going on and then help other people with their questions about it. Obviously, the thing behind this is COVID-19 that started all this online learning stuff, and it won't magically go away, and it won't be the last pandemic the world sees. Herd immunity has been used a lot, and it's all good except the virus will mutate, and there will be other viruses. It won't be the last one, so it won't be the last pandemic the world sees, and people need to learn about what's going on right now, and then maybe decide if they want to do the same thing next time or switch it up. And if they, how do they go about it, and how do they learn from this experience? Some potential directions that they could go. So they could talk about the effects online learning has on specific age groups. For example, like young kids have a really tough time with it. It's like getting a 2-year old to keep his mask on. Um, Pretty impossible. Their short attention spans definitely don't help them. And then compare the results of studies in different countries to one another. So there's a lot of studies done in uh, European countries, like I think Denmark and Sweden, and they had really similar results, but they how they went about online learning was slightly different from one another. So talk about what government should do from here with the information you acquire from the articles and studies. Yeah, um, people should definitely uh, just do some research, and I think the world will be better off. Most importantly, compare in-person learning with learning through a computer screen, and that's the whole point of this research. So, in conclusion, using the TARP process to relate online learning versus in-person learning and their effects on individuals. So we create a better understanding of the material, so further research will go smoother for the research in the future. By better understanding how a young kid's mind works, people can achieve a greater sense of how staring through a screen all day could affect them. There's a abundance of readily available, relatively easy to comprehend factual information that makes for a more unique and accurate research paper. So I had a lot of fun with this topic, and that's my presentation. Thank you.